Hello, let's continue building our Next.js 13 version 13 project. Welcome to Good Explanations. This is a place where we create, where we build, where we find good solutions, good ideas, and share good experiences. So let's continue, shall we? Let's jump directly into our project and our video. Last we have finished our buttons. So before moving on to today's content, today's episode, I want to just simply use these buttons on my layout, on my design here. Let's remind ourselves what was our design, how was our design looking like. Sorry about that. So as you can see in the last episode, go check it out if you haven't already. We built this button component with the variants and all, and now we can put these buttons into the layout. So let's do it and check it on our live application, live preview of our application. So we will have two buttons under this hero section and one button here on the top left. So let's go there immediately. And then we will move on to the topic of today. So on the index page, if you look at this, we have our hero section, right? But first, there is our layout. There it is. Okay, I need to remind myself where we were. Okay, we have navbar here in the main layout. This will be pretty standard and the same in every page of the website. Here, as you can see, I already have a placeholder. For that placeholder, let me move this. Okay, never mind. So we can actually, let's pull this here and check it there. Now here we have a couple of pages. Let's remove this and continue with this one. So now, okay, I'm getting my ropes, hang of the ropes, whatever. Anyway, let's put our button here. Button, which is our button component. So what this needs an intent, and intent is outline, I think, right? And exactly, it is not. Yeah. So on click, for now we do nothing. Let's just give it a nothing button. Text is get in touch, something like this, and that should be it. Nice, immediately it is there and it reacts to our interaction with it. So if you want to check it, this was our design and this was our implementation. Nice. And with the help of our variant capacity of the button element, we can create it without ever seeing the insides of the button component. This was very fun to build, by the way, so go check it out if you haven't already. Also, if you haven't already, please subscribe and put some likes into the video. Those likes help a lot with the exposure. YouTube really favors the videos with a lot of how do you call it? A lot of interaction. What is failing here? Nothing should be failing. Interesting. Navbar test. Really? No, of course not. Okay, so there we go. If you remember, we made ChatGPT wrote the test for us, and we gave the entire component to ChatGPT to write a test, and there was a placeholder. It even wrote a test for the placeholder. So this was very funny. Okay, let's move on to our hero section. So our hero is here. By the way, why is everything like expanded? Nice, this is better. Okay, our hero will have buttons here now. So let's make a quick button section here. We can even say, let's say CTA buttons. Why not? So we will have two buttons, right? Simple. And another button. So this button will be, intent will be primary. On click will be for now as before, it will be an empty mock function. And text will be, what was the text? Text will be learn more, and the other one will be resume. Sure. This one will be intent, accent, if I remember correctly. On click will be, will you complete? Are you clever enough to complete it? Nope. And text is resume. This was learn more. Okay. And one more thing is, so we will have here what? I think, yeah, this is not accepted. This is causing some stuff. Yeah. So class name will be CN. And CN is important. Actually, I forgot to use CN on the other components that we made. CN is a special wrapper we created that uses the Tailwind merge library, which also which helps with bringing together Tailwind utility classes and how do you call it? Remove ugly looking class definitions in the build. So for example, if you you put px2 and py2 because you are writing your classes like in a haste, usually that happens, it is normal, and you can miss this. You can miss that this is actually px2 py2 is actually the same as p2, and this is much better in terms of readability. So Tailwind merge actually removes these two classes and replaces it with p2. And maybe you have some, I don't know, you had text based and text I don't know, text SM, whatever. But these are conflicting classes. I think it takes the latest one, trailing one, and removes the earlier ones. So something like that. It helps with the organization of the classes. basically. So that's it. I will remove this, kill this test node and continue with it. Anyway, so this was it. This was cn. Cn is basically a wrapper for our functions, and we should write our classes like this. It is a standard way of doing it. Okay, what else? So CTA buttons, right? We are doing it, but it should be just flex, not column. It should justify around or between. Yeah, between. No, actually no. It should justify to start. Item center, sure, always. And between the buttons, we need some margin. But do I put class name? So we can put a margin right here, and it can be like half mr, half rem. I forgot to speak. So right now, right, we need a bit more margin on the hero section. I usually start from the top and go to the bottom. It feels more consistent and I know what to expect from a component. I put the margin always on the upper element, on the element that is on the top. And I put a margin bottom to the above element. That is always how I do. It gives me a consistent planning, consistent thinking. So before this, we have the description, right? And let's put a MB4 here. It didn't work because it is here. It is not on the P element. So we make an immediate exception here. Right. I made an explanation and then immediately made an exception to it. That is cool. But I feel this is too much. So I will make it, perhaps I will make it less. Yeah, this is much better. Okay. I think it is cool. Right. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, so this is done. Let's finish this and go to our next component. It will also be fun. Oh, you see, we are missing something here. Cursor pointer is missing. So while we are at it, let's do it as well. Navbar buttons. This is the item. And by the way, we may have to use link on this li, but I will think about it later. So this will be cursor pointer. And if we check it now, they are cursor pointers, and these are already buttons, so they already have pointers. Everything looks cool and shit. We are done. Maybe give a bit more heading there to the hero section, to the button, right? MR2, not MR2, but MR4. Let's make MR4. Why not? I receive a phone call. I need to take it. Really quick, really quick. Okay, we are back. I'm sorry for that. So let's jump into today's content. Okay, let's give a segue. Let's go. Let's use a good stinger animation. Now today we are going to build this, or the entire this featured area, featured section. So if we think about this, what I see here, what I see here is the user lands, then scrolls a bit down and comes here. This is a section. So I colored it very distinctly, but the design can change. I as you can see, I don't have a full design about these sections. So anyway, from a semantic or hierarchical whatever standpoint, we have a section. We have a layout here, a section layout. This section layout have a title and some content of it. So in terms of code, for example, it looks like this. So on the index page, let's say, this is our hero section, right? Hero ended. Now we will have a, for example, this is my current thinking, current implementation plan. So for example, I will have a landing section component, and this landing section will be something like so it will be like this will have a title, right, and content, and that is how I plan to make it. And this content most probably will be we will think about it. Okay, yeah, because we need to make these separate components, right? So I think this is the way to go. Otherwise, if I make them, you see, if we don't make the abstraction here, and let's say I made a featured section as a separate component and put the title here and content here, right? When let's say when I want to make a change to the title, how I represent it, I need to go into featured section, about section, and whatever else comes up next. I need to change it in 3 different places. But if I make a landing section component and put the title there, then you give the title as a prop and the content component as a prop. Then when I make a change to the title, it is only in one place. So that is my thinking. That is like feature planning, or yeah, whatever. So landing section, let's go. Let's do this. Into the layouts. This is usually people are very strict about their folder structures, and they use the layouts for entire page layouts. I see it happening, but I am more liberal in that way, and we can easily have a section layout. A layout is something that is repeating. That is how I understand it. So landing section is a layout that will repeat multiple times in the landing. Come on, man. My wife is calling me again. Okay. Give me one more second. Cool. Nice. So, yeah, where was I? Fuck. Oh, yeah. We are now going to make our uh, landing section layout. So, rename this landing section. And also, I want to name, I usually name my, if it is a page layout, if it is like a app, app, uh, yeah, if it is a layout, I usually use the layout in the name. But if it is a repeating layout, but it is a component layout, something like that, I don't use layout in the name. Does that make sense? So we make this like, it is all the main thing is the how do you call it, naming conventions, and having a consistent naming convention. If you have some plan, that is all right. So we will say landing section. Landing section. So this should be it. And it should be enough. Okay, so let's remove the navbar here. We are not using navbar. As you can see here, this takes a title and the children. Yeah, simple as that. As you can see, so if something, you can think like this even. I'm not sure, I need to think more about it, but if it is taking a children, if it is taking a React Node element, it's a layout. So something like that, yeah. I like this actually. So what we are going to do is, this is not a main, this is a div. There is no footer. And this will have a title. And title will be h2. We made these semantic elements typography for something, right? We didn't do them for nothing. So this should be simple enough. Yeah, very simple. And here it is like flex v full and flex column. Do I need to put paddings on this one? I don't think so. Yeah. So let's test it. On the index now, we can import this and give it a title. Title will be featured or something like that. And children is can I give it a div here for testing? Let's give it a, what is happening? Let's give it the number for now. Oh, I cannot because it takes some props. I am looking for, wait, what is the issue here? Ah, sure, man, sure. That is my, yeah. What was I thinking? I am not sure. Some featured content. Anyway, yeah, it happens. So we landed here. Come down. Where is it? Ah, okay. So as you can see, we need to think about stuff. And first thing is that this image has hero screen. I think hero container also needs a height of screen here. Then what is happening here? Let's check it. What happened? Because I justified the content on flex end. Wait, what is the issue here? Let's think about this. So this one, wait a minute. So this thing, right? So this is our CLS. Right, so this one, v full justify end. This one doesn't need the justify end. So if this one doesn't have justify end, now I understand. Okay. So H screen is not okay, that is for sure. And we don't need justify end here. That is one thing. Now let's think about moving this down. I want it to start after the image. I mean, the thing is, we can move this image to hero. It looks like this is going to be the route we are going to take. Why did I? Okay, let's do it. I'm gonna move this image to hero. This is the next image, and landing PG comes from this. So we started refactoring immediately. Nice, I like this. This is coming from another layer, no? Where is public? Ah, right there. Nice. So now, if we put if we put a screen here, it pushes this thing, right? Now the only remaining thing is the height of the navigation bar. So, but we shouldn't need to specify this. Oh no, we should. Okay, so let's check the navbar. I think I gave navbar a height of 20. Okay. Right. So we need to calculate from the height of screen minus 80 pixels. How can we do it? So hero will have this is actually cool. It gives me the opportunity to write some good stuff, right? So we can have a hook here, which is going to be a very cool hook. I'm gonna say use get view dimensions .ts. Why not? And this will be use get view dimensions. No, it will not take anything. No, not right now. This time is not for that. Wait, what was it? What is this? What is dimensions? Welcome, by the way. Get browser width and height and store in a state. Let's see. I just want to see how this is working. Yes, the resize is what we are looking for, by the way. Yeah, accept solution. I think this works. I think this is the perfect code here. So we have a state. Yeah. And we use effect. Return view dimensions. This is, yeah, this is okay. And we will export this hook now. I think this is correct. On the resize event of window, we handle window resize. Yeah, it should work. So let's get const from use get window dimensions. This gives me what? Y type. So let's check this console.log window dimensions. Let's see what happens. My console is here. Window dimensions. Would you look at that? Isn't this cool? Right. This is the power of Copilots. AI. So now we have H screen available to us. It is very cool. And so now this container will get a value. And that value is window dimensions dot height minus 80. Yeah, I think that is it. And now this container will get I need to give it in an object, right? Something like this. Come on. Let's read the documentation of CVA. Class variance authority. Can I give a variable? Can I give a parameter? No, we can't give parameter to this. Okay. Size. Compound variants. No. Okay. I mean, we can find some solutions to this, but let's see. For example, we can make this like a thing, and this will take a number. Come on. No one wants me to work. Okay, this was my accountant. He came to get the invoices, expense papers, you know, the accounting files and folders. So I need to give him that. That means I will take a couple of minutes of break. So we can say height here, and this will be. I was expecting CVA to have this. Come on, give me a break. Now we made this have. I need to invoke it again, right? And here we will say, let's put this in a bracket like this. Tailwind, I don't necessarily use this not standard things. Height. So there was this option, this one, arbitrary values, dash with square brackets. So we are going to do that. Around this we should have square brackets. What is it? Implicitly has any type. It is a number. And what is next? Do I need to put pixels? Where did it go? I think I may need to specify pixels here. 50%, right? So I think this should say here pixels. No? We have the height, but it doesn't render. Okay, I will check this. I will be back in a couple of minutes. Okay, I'm back. Sorry for that. Life gets messy from time to time. I wasn't planning to have such so many breaks. I'm sorry for that. I will try to plan better next time. For some reason, this age 192 didn't work. If we change it, what happens? Yeah, it reflects the... So this is working, the calculations and such. The calculations and class assignment is working, but for some reason, this is something that is not rendered or usable. So we need to check with Tailwind. Tailwind CSS. We should make it work somehow. Right. Arbitrary values documentation. Okay. Okay, so this should be working. Arbitrary values, while you can usually build the bulk of... I think this is... I think we are doing everything right. But for some reason it is not there. So if I add... I can see H screen here. But this class is not there. Tailwind, hide, arbitrary. Not working. Let's check it out. I'm using in React and Okay, let's search for Tailwind dynamic height. Max height screen. Okay, that's interesting. We can do that. We can think about that. I can't seem to find a way. If it is not calculating, what happens? If it is not the height and if it is just, let's say, 500, does it work? Height 500. Okay, it works. So it is on the building part. So it cannot generate this class. Okay, so we are gonna do it the other way. Okay, I get it. So we are gonna make an exception here. We can give a style here for height. Come on. Height is calculate. Calculate. This should work. No, not again. Style. Where is it? Ah, yeah, I made some mistakes here. Oh, window is not defined. Come on now. Error. Why? It was working. It was working just a while ago. Wait, no, not code. What the hell? What did I change? If I remove this, it works. Suddenly it decided when. Okay. Window. I want to check one of my older projects here. Projects. I remember using something like this in another project for a calendar. Okay, yeah. It is almost the same code. Let me show you my old code. So there is a get window dimensions, gets from window. Window, inner width, and inner height. This is the same thing. We get the window. This is the same window. Return width and height. It says the window width and height. It is the same thing basically. The funny thing is, it was working, but now it is not working. We all saw that it was working. Now it is working again. I don't understand. Anyway, so this is my, let's not get stuck. I will put these here again, window dimensions. Console. Reference error, window is not defined. What the hell? Is it because of the, wait, could it be? Could it be this stupid? Use window dimensions. Let's make this use get window, get. Right? Interesting. I don't get it. This is really stupid. Ah, put this function inside use effect. Yeah, but why it decided to render the component as use effect? This is specifically running it in use effect. I don't understand. Is it this initialization? Okay, let's not set it. Yeah, width and height, whatever, man. Where is my app? Is this it? That is really stupid. Nah. Console. Okay. This window thing really, I mean, I didn't like it at all. Will I ever use this? I can make this a, let's move this into the component and see what happens. Yeah, I am just experimenting right now. This is a very weird situation for me. I just want to understand. So I can even put this function here, right? So this runs, we can make it even run every time. And you can just console.log window dimensions here. And here we will call get window dimensions. What the fuck? Okay. Okay. Weird. Interesting. Uh, So I should also listen for load. Something like this. Window event handler multiple. You just add them with event handling. You just add them by space, no? Come on, man. Add event listener. These. Let's check it. Type listener. So type can be a case sensitive string. Ah, why do I remember it? Other nodes. Okay, so I need to add multiple event listeners. Okay. Interesting. I remember listing them. Interesting. I wonder where this information comes from. I have some knowledge in my head that I can just, so it should be load and okay. Now we get them on load. And if we check the state now, sure, man. What the hell? Where is my React? Ah, there it is. Not this one, but this one. So this is the, ah, come on, man. Components. What? You just found it. Hero. Okay. So if we reload this page, our hero has the height and width information. Nice. I mean, that technical difficulty is something I don't like, definitely. Use effects. I am just going to replace this use. So I added, so basically we can't get the state at the beginning because it couldn't find the reference to window for some reason. I think they changed some underlying calculations in Next.js. Oh, fuck that. Yeah. Okay, never mind. Never mind. It is not a worry. Let's not worry. So now we can say here const window dimensions equals use get window dimensions like this, right? So now this should work again. Cool. Okay, this will make our page flicker, but we will figure it out later. Oh, I have 15 minutes left. Never mind. We couldn't get into the card. I need to change the title of this video. But anyway, so now we have the window dimension and we can use it on the style here, right? Let me try it now. Come on, this is very weird. So height is something like this, pixels. Height is window dimensions. What's happening to my IntelliSense? Dot height minus 80. Let's see. Let's work. Okay. Let's find my element here. Height Y. I wanna see that height minus 80. What is it? Come on, man. Okay. So now, so I am thinking this wrong. Because it is not 80. It is much more than that. It is 80 plus the margin. Yeah. Okay, that was my logical fault. So let's go to the navbar. Where is navbar? Oh, I made a mess out of everything. So navbar has plus 128. So 80 plus 128. So this is in total 208 pixels. So we will make this 208. Right. Okay, now we are talking. No. This thing has more margin bottom than I anticipated. It is not. So this, wait, wait, there is a calculation here. So I should specify it in RAM definitions. So this is 5 RAM and this is 8 RAM. So it is total, in total 18, wait. My mind is going blank. 13 RAM. I need to specify. So I can calculate. Wait. I can say calculate dot height over 1 RAM minus 13 RAM. Does it make sense? Is it stupid? Am I thinking like in stupidness? What is happening here? Okay. Did it work? I need to find the formula here. Okay, guys, I will finish it here. I need to go back to work. I have a meeting in 15 minutes. I will find the formula for this thing. Then I will show it to you tomorrow or Wednesday. Until then, take care. I will change the title in a couple of minutes. Bye. Don't forget to like and subscribe and check the other videos in the playlist.